everyone, welcome back to the Leopard Farm channel, where village life keeps throwing us curveballs and epic stories. These last few weeks, total chaos. We've been dealing with a massive invasion of wild boars rampaging through our fields, ripping up the crops we poured our sweat into all season. From dawn till way after dark, the whole community's been on high alert, guarding our land like it's Fort Knox. Finally, we said screw it. We rounded up a sharp squad of hunters to hit the patrols, scout these pests, and face them down. Our debut hunt took us to this wide-open field laced with thick brush, basically a boar paradise. We showed up with our loyal pack of hunting hounds, who dove right in, sniffing the air and locking onto a trail in seconds. My pal and I clutched our rifles, pulses racing, as we crept toward the shaking undergrowth. Boom! There's this huge boar. Great train. I sighted in quick, pulled the trigger, and bam, one precise shot dropped it cold before it could blink. With our scouting tech lighting the way, we spotted an entire group barreling our direction. I braced myself, exhaled steady, and tagged the front runner square. It staggered and hit the dirt hard. The whole showdown was quick, brutal, and way more heart-pounding than we bargained for. But damn, we walked away victorious. As I hustled through the tall corn stalks toward Derek's spot, the dog's barks cut through the crisp air like a siren, getting louder and more urgent. They'd clearly zeroed in on fresh game. My heart pounded in my chest. Every stride by that raw hunter's drive to close the gap. Out of nowhere, a massive boar exploded into sight. I planted my feet, lined up my rifle, and nailed it with one smooth pull of the trigger. But those hounds weren't done yet. They bolted off in a frenzy after the next target. They're hauling ass. I shouted, the rush of adrenaline biting me. Derek, steady as a rock, ripped off a series of quick shots, dropping a handful of boars in no time flat. The guy's lightning-fast instincts in the thick of it always blinded. We paused to catch our wind after that wild chase. But the break didn't last long. Just a stone's throw away, the dogs kicked up another storm of barking, signaling trouble ahead. I whipped my rifle to my shoulder, every sense on high alert. Staying sharp is the name of the game out here. Sure enough, a boar barreled out of the brush straight at me. I held steady and squeezed off a round, sending it crumpling to the ground. Over in the tangled undergrowth, Derek was locked in with another one. Our line of sight patchy, but our determination rock solid. The beast slipped up just once, and that was all we needed. We zeroed in and took it down, our concentration unbreakable. When local farmers tipped us off about a new herd of boars ripping up their fields, we didn't waste a second gearing up and heading out. Rolling into the wide-open farmland, I spotted a solitary boar off in the distance, and I hustled to cut it off, my heart slamming like a drum. With one clean, deliberate pull of the trigger, I put it down right there in the middle of the expanse. But that was only the opener. Waves of them started pouring in from every direction. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, these critters ramp up their raids by as much as 30% during winter, pushing out of thick woods to scavenge and trash crops. Even in that bone-chilling freeze, our crew keeps hitting the trail for routine hunts, keeping their population in check and safeguarding the farms. Under a bright, crisp morning sky, the perfect setup for a solid hunt, we tackled the jagged mountains, a hot spot where boars love to pop out for grub or to bask in the sun. Our group spread out like pros, each staking a section with laser-like attention. Out of the blue, the dogs let loose a torrent of barks that bounced off the ridges, kicking off the pursuit. I shouldered my rifle in a flash, ready to rock. A boar blasted out of the brush, and I squeezed off a shot, sending it tumbling with pinpoint accuracy. These peaks go on forever, and the boars are everywhere, but our determination and trusty firearms are more than enough to handle it. Pushing toward the top, a full-on stampede erupted from the far side, their pace downright jaw-dropping. I locked in tight, but even firing my best, I could only bag one before the rest barreled by. Heads up, right down there, Henry yelled, spotting a cluster of boars digging up the field below us. We weren't lined up yet, so we played it smart, sneaking up to a better overlook without spooking them. Once in place, I took a deep breath, zeroed in on a hefty 300-pounder, and squeezed the trigger. Boom! It dropped like a stone. But the action wasn't over. Our dogs caught wind of another group and went nuts, barking like crazy as they charged ahead. We advanced carefully, holding off until Liam looped around to box them in. On his cue, we lit him up with a barrage of shots. The startled herd bolted every which way, but they played right into our trap, running smack into our sights. I nailed one more on the run, chalking up another win against the crop-destroying pests that had been plaguing our farms.